start on the arterials and collectors, and then once those are cleaned up, then we move into our residentials. We have teams broke up into like a grid of the towns.
Well, this morning we are waking up to snow, and it's coming down for your morning commute. Up ahead, KREM 2 is live in Coeur d'Alene, filling you in on the snow plow process.
And we've got that snow on the ground. I'm going to let you know how much longer it's going to fall from the sky and when you can expect it to be off the ground.
And how much snow will it take to open our ski areas in the inland Northwest? We are live with Schweitzer Mountain to tell us when you can hit the slopes.
And I'm live here in Spokane on Hamilton, giving you road conditions. I saw a couple of snowplows make their way up and down. Roads are looking good. I'll go dive deeper into that coming up.
Up with KREM begins now.
Coming up now on 7:31. Thanks so much for being with us here on Up with KREM to kick off your Tuesday morning. And yeah, we're waking up to a few inches of snow overnight. This morning, we want to see what it looks like where you live. Send us a picture at 509-448-2000. Taking a look at some of those photos already sent in. So big thank you to all of our viewers who've sent in some our way already. Yeah, be sure to include where you're watching from as well if you have a picture you'd like to see on air.
I would love to see dogs jumping around in the snow. That's the request. If you have that coming up at any point, please send us that video. I would love to see that this morning.
Yeah, definitely bonus points all around for any animal photos.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. You know, guys, I have a confession. Earlier, I told Dana Marie it was warm out, and she kind of yelled at me. Maybe you guys were there for that. I'm standing outside now. It is kind of cold. She might have a point.
Yeah, I think you definitely got a scolding, Jeremy, but yeah. Tell us what we're looking at this morning.
All right, let's take you outside and let you know. It is a little bit chilly now that wind has kind of picked up a bit. We've got a little bit of snow still coming down. I don't think this snow that's coming down now sticks, so what you got is what you're gonna get. You saw some of that snow on the road, and temperatures across much of the region right around that freezing mark, and that's kind of why things are starting to melt. So relatively, it is warm. It's warmer than the snow wants to be, so do expect melting to start and continue as we go through much of the day. Our winter weather advisory is in place for a couple more hours here. That's just because of the snow that's on the ground. It's a nasty start to the day. We are starting to see that snow taper off slowly. This is a little residual band back behind the bulk of the snow that moved through, but that will eventually start working its way out. You can see it kind of gathering itself and then slowly moving. It's going to work its way out. This wind is going to help it. And as we get into the latter portion of the day, we do start to dry out. Might catch a late day shot of moisture. Most of that stays off to our south. Temperatures will be warm enough that if any falls here in town, it'll likely be rain. As we scoot through the day, though, snow. It's already across much of the region, so what you woke up to is about what you are going to get. Later on, temperatures up near 40 degrees. That's right, 40 degrees here in town. That means a lot of the roads are going to turn a bit slushy, a bit melty. But then as we head into the overnight hours tonight, into tomorrow morning, look at these temps back down near and below freezing. So we could very well be dealing with another slick commute early Wednesday morning. But talking about this morning's slick commute, let's toss it out to Nicole Hernandez, Nicole, are you standing in snow? What are you doing? All right, well, I cannot hear Nicole, and I don't know if that's the case for you guys at home.
No, I'm here now. My mic wasn't on.
Oh, here we go. We've got her. All right, Nicole, there you are, standing in the snow. I now know you're in Coeur d'Alene, but walk us through.
Yes. Okay, that was all on me. My mic wasn't on. I'm sorry, but yes, we're in snow. There's a ton of it, but this is not what's important. That view is what's important. Just look at how beautiful that is out on Lake Coeur d'Alene. Of course, it's so pretty and the snow is great if you love it, but it is causing trouble on the roads. We've been driving around all morning. It's been very slushy, very slick. I think at one point we weren't fully in a lane because you really cannot even see those lane lines. So just try to only go places that you really are familiar with, if that's to and from work, and give yourself extra time to do that. Specifically here in North Idaho, though, the city of Coeur d'Alene did prepare for this. They went ahead and treated the streets yesterday afternoon, and then this morning they had crews out deciding whether or not to plow. They needed 3 inches to do that.
We will have a crew in starting at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning to look at our hills and arterials to see what shape they're in. Just would ask the public to watch their speed and give the crews lots of spacing to do the job safely.
Now, we were also able to speak to Idaho State Police, and they said that the past snow day that we had a little over 2 weeks ago, they had over 200 crashes. Those are slide-offs, rollovers, other cars sliding into each other, and a lot of those were actually caused by people driving with cars that don't have enough tread on the tires. So it's very interesting tidbit that I have not heard before. Make sure you have that tread on your tires. You're driving the car with the correct tread. And then also their biggest tips, of course, again, slow down and leave distance between you and other cars, because what's important is making sure that you have that distance so that if the people in front of you are stopping, you can stop as well, because the main goal here is, of course, driving safely. So take it slow this morning and give yourself time. Live in Coeur d'Alene, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Thank you very much, Nicole. Hey, put some gloves on your hands, please. 5:35 this morning.
Joshua.
Let's keep the Idaho snow coming because we need a lot more to kick off ski season in 2 weeks. Schweitzer ski passes did go on sale this week. Dig Krismer with Schweitzer is joining us live on the phone this morning to talk about what we need to know. Good morning, Dig. Let's talk about those ski passes and what the snow status is like right now.
Yes, good morning. Well, it is snowing at the mountain. It's absolutely beautiful out there. Bring it on. I'm ready to go skiing. I hope you all are as well. As you mentioned, day tickets went on sale yesterday, which means if you are ready to pick up a ticket for the season, you can head over to our website and purchase those online. They are date specific, so do some planning and think ahead about when you want to come ski, but those tickets are available now online.
Now, we did check in with some of the cameras last week, seeing the snow was being made too. I mean, how healthy would you say the snow amount would be when people hit those first days to make first tracks?
You know, it really is going to depend on Mother Nature, but we're very, very glad to see that the temperatures have dropped and that it is snowing in the region today. That makes it a lot easier for us to mix the natural and the man-made, creating a better base for us to get out there. Hopefully the temps stay cold. Hopefully we continue to get snow. I think there's more snow in the forecast for the end of the week, and that's just great. We really are hoping to get open on the 27th of November, which is the Friday after Thanksgiving. But again, just got to keep our eyes on the weather. Cold temps and snow are always better for us than anything else this time of year.
Now, Dig, on screen right now, we were just showing some footage I'm sure people are excited about when it comes to getting back out there for ski season. But obviously there are going to be some changes that came this year due to the COVID pandemic. Can you tell us what some of those changes are?
Yeah, definitely. Up at the mountain, we really, really want to do our part to help mitigate the spread of COVID. Face coverings are going to be required in our indoor spaces. We will be limiting the capacity numbers inside those buildings as well to keep social distancing at a max. We really recommend people using their car as their locker, finding creative ways to have lunch on the lift, being outside, which is really good for us mentally, physically, everything we can do this winter. Again, we just ask everyone to play their part. Once we get skiing, we want to keep skiing all winter long, and the only way that we can do that is if we work together to really mitigate the spread of COVID.
And I know there are going to be a lot of people that have felt pent up over the last few months looking for something to do, maybe looking to learn how to ski or snowboard. Has COVID changed maybe the way that lessons for new skiers, new snowboarders will be approached?
Yes, there are some changes to our group lesson sizes. We're going to stay with a ratio of 1 instructor to 10 students, but we still will be offering lessons this winter. Private lessons are recommended for families and groups that can come together. Reservations will be required, and they can make reservations online after November 15th. Beginner lessons will be available, and the best thing to do is head over to the website, get the phone number for our guest services crew, and again, after the 15th of November, get some more details and information. The more you can plan ahead, the better this winter. I know that sometimes can be challenging when it's snowing. We just want to go skiing. That if we take a little bit of time ahead to plan, it'll make for a smoother experience for everybody.
And then what are some of the final steps in place for you all at Schweitzer to be putting into effect between now and the 27th? What are kind of those final steps?
Everything.
Okay.
Lift maintenance has been busy making sure the lifts are in perfect shape so we can get those up and running. As you mentioned, the snowmakers are out on the intermediate Bunny Hill there in the village so that we can get that run open. And our grooming crew is getting machines ready. A lot of behind-the-scenes work really happening. You know, the rental shop getting the new equipment ready. It's just a really busy, fun time, and we just can't wait to see everybody back. It's like homecoming for all of us when the season starts. So we're looking forward to being back out on the mountain and enjoying the snow.
And really quick, Dig, last chance to let people know if they have any questions about that November 7th opening day. What's the best way to reach out to you?
Yeah, the best thing to do is head over to the website, schweitzer.com, or they can give us a call up at the mountain, and if they have any questions, we'll get them to the right department.
I know I'm not the only one excited to see all this footage, Dig. Thank you very much for joining us.
You're
this
welcome.
morning.
Thank you.
All right, and coming up in just a bit, we're heading back outside with Dana Marie McNichol. She's giving us the latest on road conditions around Spokane, and we're going to find out if it's warm out or if it is in fact cold early on today.